Hi, Leo. So I pulled some cards for you, and you actually had 3 cards come out for this deck. This is the Sacred Web Tarot. So you got the 6 of Fire, the Devil card, and the Chariot. And on the bottom, you got the 7 of Air. Okay, and I'm using a second deck today. So this is my mushroom deck, the Midnight Magic Tarot deck. And you got the Tower card, Yellow Netted Stinkhorn. I believe this came out recently for a collective reading as well. Okay, and then on the bottom of that deck, you have the 8 of Pentacles, the Blob. The Blob. All right. And then your messages, we have Well, Little Women, Harry Potter, Imogen Heap, and Skits. Okay, let's look at this. Since these 3 came out together, I can't remember what reading this card came out in. I believe it might have been Cancer. I know this came out in Cancer and Capricorn, which had a very, very interesting story. We're going to see, if that has anything to do with yours. Yeah, we have the 6 of Fire. Hold on, let's look at this. You have these 2 different birds here. So this is like a vulture, and that kind of looks like a heron. So 6 of Wands, success. A successful takeoff even? This kind of looks like it's taking off. Has fire connected to its tail. Interesting. I just watched a cartoon from 1976. It's about a little dinosaur, and it kind of reminded me of The Land Before Time, but like the movie, it came out way before The Land Before Time came out. But the little dinosaur was discovering itself, and it was confused about what was its neck and what was its tail. And it was getting used to the connection between its whole body. Because at first he thought his little tail was another little creature. He was discovering himself. And this kind of looks like like fire, like enlightenment, understanding something. So whatever that tail represents here. Yeah, we'll get into it. We have well right underneath, which can be like wellness, you're well, or a literal well, like something in the ground. And this is like a takeoff, coming out of like a pit or a hole, even hatching. The well can almost like represent the cave or like an egg. Okay. And then we have the 7 of Air. 7 of Air with this vulture. So 7 of Air can be like highly strategic. In vultures, they clean up the environment after other predators have like discarded the remains. And actually they're a vital part of the ecosystem. They contain the spread of disease. They actually prevent the spread of disease. I feel like when you see a vulture, you kind of like think of it in kind of like not necessarily a disgusting way, but like it just kind of gives you that kind of gross, or at least when I was younger, it used to give me that kind of gross feeling. But now I have like deep respect for vulture energy. it actually contains disease than actually spreads it. So strategic and containment of something, potentially. Okay, so this was at the bottom of the deck where we have well right underneath it. So this almost kind of looks like it's watching over a well, watching over a cave, watching over a hatching, watching over this energy, potentially. We'll see. We'll see. Because we have this with it, all of this. And in Cancer's reading, this, and Capricorn, this was a protective energy. Protective. I don't want to get too much into their stories. I want to see what this is for you. So this was protective. This devil card wasn't a bad devil card. It was the transmutation of something like the snake energy. The transmutation of like something venomous or even toxic into something that is healing. And then this energy came out in another reading. I can't remember what reading it was, but it was about psychic energy. It was about like when you have a gift and how you use your gifts and how it kind of acts as like a Three of Pentacles energy. Like you can say this is like the gift or your signs or whatever it is that you like read or can see. And so this is like this energy, like you witnessing whatever this is, like your gifts, seeing something. And this energy can't see it, so it's reliant on this energy to speak it. So it creates this Three of Pentacles energy of sight, of speaking, and of hearing. So it's like this Three of Pentacles, and then this energy goes on to its own life and creates another cycle with whatever it just received. So interesting. Okay, but this is also the Chariot. This is being focused on something, not getting distracted, paying attention to what you need to pay attention to. It's like a horse that has like those blinders on where it's like focused on the road and on its path. Like it's not looking at like the gestures and stuff trying to get its attention or distract it or slow it down. It's very much focused. This represents Cancer energy, like emotionally focused, driven. Like it's not just like something that you're driven with, like your mind. You also have the emotional body connected to it. It's greatly powered by the emotions. So interesting. And in the Cancer reading, this represented the like a pure energy, like emotional truth, and this kind of represented like a intellectual truth. So we kind of have that like mind and emotion here, powered by, well, driven by the body, mind, heart, and body. Okay. So then we have this energy, something successful. Like whatever this tail represents, knowing what your tail is, understanding the whole of you. I'm thinking about the little dinosaur. He was trying to understand who he was, like his body and like all of that which he was. Like he was going around in his environment discovering things, and he was almost naive to the dangers of the world around him in his discovery. But he discovers things, and then he realizes like this is his tail, not another little creature with a mind of its own. But so why is it highlighted? What is that representing? Let's see what's sitting right underneath this energy. Okay, we have Little Women sitting right underneath that. It's technically, Little Women is technically sitting right underneath the Six of Fire and the Devil card. Little Women. I haven't watched this in a long time. I remember one of the girls was a writer. I remember I always felt connected to her because I loved to write. A writer, and then there was another girl. I remember there was another sister that was always sick, and then another younger sister. Something about the boy. There was a boy that liked the writer, but she didn't like him like that. But then he fell in love with the younger sister. Okay, I don't know why. We'll see. Yeah, but that's really all I remember is like that whole dynamic. Okay. Then we have Harry Potter, and that's technically sitting underneath this card. Harry Potter. The trio? Oh, the Three of Pentacles, a trio? Working together? Like, you can almost see, since this is sitting right next to it, like, this doesn't have to be how it came out in the Cancer and Capricorn energy. So let's, like, really look at this. Like, this is the Devil card. So this could actually be a devilish energy. And since we have Harry Potter right here with this energy, that's reminding me of, like, the Voldemort energy with Nagini, the snake, that big snake, the Horcrux. Well, I forgot what technically she's called, but there's a Horcrux in her. All right. Let's keep going. So then we have the Tower card. And yeah, this came through in a collective reading, and it was about this mushroom. When it's decaying, it can the gas, I believe, inside of it. Is it the gas? Something inside of it, when it starts to I think it's dissolve, it can actually crack sidewalk. I forgot what it technically is, but it can crack sidewalk. That's why the person who designed this card gave this one the Tower card, because it's strong enough to crack a sidewalk, cement. And then it dissolves into a puddle of goo, just like the Tower. Yeah, so it creates a grand explosion and then dissolves into goo. Obviously has a smell to it. Oh, that has Imogen Heap right underneath it. You know, interestingly, a couple days ago, I kept hearing the phrase hide and seek, and I know that's one of her songs. But that wasn't coming through, you know, in that way for me. Just because, you know, this is here, it's reminding me of that. A grand explosion. Music? Expression? Several months ago, Imogen Heap, she just put out a bunch of music again, the 20th anniversary remasters of some of her hits. I believe Hide and Seek was one of them. Okay, we'll get back to that. Then we have the Blob, the Eight of Pentacles with skits right underneath it. So the Eight of Pentacles represents hard work, your craft, getting good at something. And if you look right up here, it almost looks like or whatever this energy, you know, there's tools right here, but it looks like they've crafted an owl into the side of this mushroom or this fungus, like whatever this is, right into the side of it. It's like the, I have a ton of owls in my room, so it just reminds me of an owl. It might not be, but that's what it looks like to me. Getting good at something. Skits? You have skits right underneath it. Getting good at a skit, creating like events, creating a theme, a role play. Could even just be simply like filming videos. But it's craft. It's something that you enjoy doing. You have a skill in it now. When it gets to the Eight of Pentacles, there's skill involved. You've mastered something. Mastery. So we have this vulture energy, this strategic, cleaning up the environment over a well. Creating wellness in the land from like cleaning up and preventing the disease, a spread of disease. This card, since it's air, it always like comes back to like the mind, knowledge, creating like well. I am well. This energy is well. Maybe that is like a message, because this Seven of Air energy can always get a bad rap, because in traditional tarot, it is a guy stealing swords from an enemy camp. Whereas no card technically is good or bad. There's good and bad to every card, every energy. And so when this energy comes out, it gets a lot of like distorted energy towards it. But it's technically indifferent. It's really up to your interpretation. But we have well right next to it. So well strategy, well strategized. Something was well strategized, healthily strategized. Well, a depth of knowledge, cleaning up something. Yeah, I like the well strategized. That sounds good. Vulture energy, cleaning up the environment, preventing the disease, the spread of bad knowledge, of bad mindsets, of invasive thoughts or beliefs. Okay, and then this Six of Fire, understanding the whole of something. This might not even be just about you. Could be about something entirely different, but the whole of it. Understanding its tail, its back end, the caboose. That just came through in a collective reading I just filmed. I haven't posted it yet. The caboose. Understanding all parts. It came through as suffix, the end of a word. Creating the whole meaning of a word. You need all parts of the word to create the intentional meaning. Interesting. Understanding the tail end of it, the importance of every part of something, being a part of the whole. Like the bird needs the tail, it helps it navigate. It helps it change direction, keep balance. This Little Women though, right here. Little Women with a snake next to it. Trying to determine if this is like a bad energy or if it was like the devil, something trying to control something, confinement. Not allowing something out. believe you had the devil card. Was it the last reading or was it the reading before? You did have the devil card. Around a page of water, a very youthful, innocent energy. Almost like keeping something under wraps, not allowing like the more vulnerable parts of yourself to be explored or shared. Which can be for good reason. Just you have this beautiful emotional Cancer energy right here, a trump card, emotion, going forward, being propelled by emotion and no longer like trapping it. Yeah, that's very different energy with these two next to each other. Last time you had this with the page of water, and now you have this with the actual like a water trump card. Cancer energy, emotional, propelling forward. Yeah, propelling forward. Why is this Little Women here, though? That's the whole thing. What is this Little Women about? Is this just about women in some way? We were talking about Gerudo Valley, that colony of women, not allowing anyone else in. Like, we were talking about Zelda, not letting Link in. Yeah, that's having gotten through or getting through in the right way. That's good. That's healthy energy. Being aware of this, because this can be like a do not tread on me energy. But it can be quite toxic since it's on this in this devil energy. I'm not seeing like the same stuff that Cancer and Capricorn were going through with this kind of more lighthearted, because we have Harry Potter here, which is also reminding me of the Voldemort energy. So I'm gonna lean back into it being like more of the devil card. Yeah. So you have these two beautiful energies surrounding it. Either like flying over something, getting a bird's eye view of the situation and understanding how to propel forward through it. Like this thing is not limiting you or keeping you back in any way anymore, or or will. Little Women. Is this like a family situation too? Because Little Women was around a family. Also around that kid that liked that girl. I don't know if that has any relevance here though. Yeah, this is a completely different energy from your last reading. Very different. Harry Potter with this chariot. Harry Potter. Maybe working together to do something. Like this reminds me of like towards the end of the movies when they were destroying Horcruxes. Understanding how to destroy Horcrux energy, which just like represents like evil energy. Like in my opinion, that's how I label Horcrux energy. Like, how do I say this? When people have like stuck mindsets where they feel the need to limit other people or hold them back or suppress them or oppress them, confine them, limit them, whatever that is, to me that's like this energy. Like it's like trying to prevent something from rising, from gaining power. And it can sabotage. That's the word. It can tend to sabotage when like new energy is coming up. It reminds me of when like people are holding too tightly onto what was, onto the power that they've had, and not allowing the natural like recycling of energy to happen, the natural evolution to happen. Like this can even be of like knowledge and wisdom, or like even belief systems, like allowing the energy to turn over, allowing things to like come and then go, like that natural cycle of life. Everything kind of ebbs and flows. And this energy, when it gets into this is when it's holding too tightly onto something and it's not allowing things to evolve. So it can tend to try to suppress other energy because it is evolving. Because like you can almost say like this is sitting up here, it's holding on to its power, but it's outdated now. And so the new evolution is coming, and it can tend to suppress and or oppress, whatever you want to say, the evolutionary energy, because it's so caught up into the power that it's had. It's clinging tightly to what's been. So Harry Potter, yeah, understanding how to, that's kind of what I consider like Horcrux like energy, like when something is suppressing the natural evolution of something. Understanding how to get through it, even how to be driven, how to navigate. What needs to be done, the knowledge needed, the tools necessary. You have this Eight of Pentacles energy, which is about tools and craft, having the right tools to make the right craft, or to craft what you are intending to do. Getting skilled at it. In this like Tower card, this shock, this is like something coming down. So that's what happens when something clings too tightly to something. It creates this energy. So when it does come down, it's rough. Instead of like the natural, like allowing things to kind of naturally crumble, and it almost being like a natural, like beautiful process of evolution, recycling of energy. It's like when something is holding on past, it's like outdated, or it's what do you call that? It's it's past its evolutionary cycle, I guess, and it's still there. When it does come down, it creates this like super disruptive energy, and this could simply be within yourself. Even like a mindset, clinging too tightly to like a mindset or a way of being, refusing to change. But whatever this means in your life, like this is something coming down. Like when it finally is coming down, it tends to pop. There's a noise, like it creates a noise. With this Eight of Pentacles energy, it could be because of your hard work, the natural evolution of things, natural skill. We have this right here though, Imogen Heap here, which she's like kind of revolutionary in her own way within the music world. She's like created all kinds of different things, like instruments, and like that thing with her hands. I forgot what it's called. But she, you know, she loves what she does and she loves her craft. She's very musically inclined. Imogen Heap. Maybe that might be something good to listen to. Like headlock or hide and seek. That was what I was hearing the other day. Hide and seek. Yeah, those are the two that are coming through. But you just look up Imogen Heap. Like, I just feel like it might be important here. Okay, and then we have this with skits, which just reminds me of like working hard on something. Like you have to put a lot of time into like the building of a skit to make it work well. You know, you have to have the right people, you have to have everyone like knowing their lines. Like there's a bunch of moving parts that, and every part has to like function well. Everyone has to know their place, what they're there to do, like the clothes, whatever it is. It's skill, like creating skill. And when you're doing this, so it can, you know, with anything, everything starts off amateur. And, you know, there's a beauty to being in your amateur process. But as you continue to keep doing this and evolving, it matures into a skill, something that you become more talented at. You just have to keep going with it. Yeah, skits here. Creating skits. Maybe that might even be something fun to do if you don't already do that. Creating a scene, creating something with moving parts. I'm looking at this because this looks like an actual like wood carving with this this owl here, having carved something intricately into a mushroom. Like that sounds hard. Yeah, wellness. Strategic craft. Cleaning up the environment with your craft. Cleaning up people's mindsets with your craft. Helping things to evolve with your craft. Even music, since we have Imogen Heap here. Understanding all parts of it. All parts of like how things come together. Because I also gave the example, just like a simple, like quick understanding of like how this can work and understanding all parts and how things function. You could say like this is a tarot reader and this is the reader reading like what I'm doing. Like right now I'm reading the energy on the table. I'm seeing it. You can't see it, but you're staring at me. So I'm looking up and I have the sight here and I'm speaking it and you are listening. That created an entire cycle right here. And then when you go off into your own life and you bring this alchemy or you bring these different parts of this into your life and create from it, you're creating new cycles. You're bringing it into new, you're weaving it into your life in a new way. Strategic, but yeah. So this like, it just creates a cycle. Okay. Just kind of abruptly stopped right there. Yeah, like just this a simple example of like how of just like a simple cycle that you're participating in right now. Okay guys, I'm not quite sure how certain parts of this connect. I'm not seeing the actual connections, like with this little women here. I don't know what else this would be about. Um, don't tread on me. Like maybe just, yeah, just having a level of awareness, maybe of what you're treading through. Understanding that there might be like some harsher energies that you're needing to clean up or that you're cleaning up. It doesn't seem hard. Like you have really good energy all around it. Like this seems like something that you're either already doing or you just understand. Yeah, I don't want to drag this out because I'm not seeing how this Little Women thing is like completely fitting in. So I feel like that's something that maybe you can look up either um, some small clips of, if you see like maybe some synchronicities around it or something's like coming through for you. But we have two movies sitting right next to each other, Little Women and Harry Potter. And technically those two are sitting underneath these three cards. Little Women and Harry Potter. Somehow this is like the energy of this in some way, they're completely different like time periods. Very, very different, night and day different, but it's like a combination of like this energy. So that might just be something to look into for yourself. All right, Leo, I'm gonna go ahead and leave it here. Check out those two movies if something comes through for that. Listen to Imogen Heap, like pull that up, either hide and seek or headlock. Those are the two that are coming through, but just like explore. And then skits, yeah. Just if there's something coming through about skits, maybe just look into that. Maybe weave it into your process in some way. Yeah. All right, I hope you found some alchemy that you can take into your life, and I wish you well, Leo, and I hope to see you next time.